And Becky, I'm curious if you were to go back to the moment before everything came out with your addiction and the church and being abandoned by the community, and just like really sit with like where y'all were, who would you say you were in that moment? And now, 15 plus years later, who would you say you've become? Who were you and who are you now becoming?
That's a great question. Um, I've thought about this a lot. So in the groups, every woman who I've ever like had in the group never says that they would want the marriage that they had before the groups once they get on the other end, if that makes sense. I don't know if I said that
Mm-hmm.
right. But thinking there have been times in my life, more recent than not, where I've wondered, like, just having gone through so much pain, like, wouldn't I rather have never had that pain? Like, what if not only had Adam never told me or any of this come up, but like any other circumstance in life, the what ifs, if that had happened, it would not have transformed me into the woman I am today. And that's what a lot of people say. Like, I'm not sorry for the hard things I went through because it made me who I am today. But in all honesty, I needed my world to be broken, to be wrecked, to be able to become someone who was aware of what's going on, but also have all these new tools and endurance and self-confidence and my faith that was real and not just built on my old framework, but it was a grown up adult faith that was based on going through trials and tribulations and acknowledging that pain happens, making it through pain, learning how to grieve. All of that is part of growing up, right? And this process, as painful as it was, is like a really great little capsule to have that happen in. And if you have the support, it can be super healthy to go through it and then become the person that God can use now because I'm not arrogant. Back then, I definitely thought I knew a lot more than I do now, and yeah, so I definitely am thankful for healing process, the hand of God in our lives, and also the marriage that we have now is 1,000% better than it was when we were little youth pastors who thought we were
Mm.
the bomb.
Adam, for you, who were you and who are you now?
There was a moment in counseling I remember where Ted looked at me and he said, "You're finally starting to become comfortable in your skin."
Mm,
And that was like a foreign language to me. So I'd say kind of the old me was someone who just was not comfortable in my skin, did not know who I was, didn't know the promises, wasn't living them out. So I think, today, I'd say our marriage is a million times better, not just a
ooh,
thousand. But
ooh,
Wow.
I'd say I'm finally like comfortable in my own skin with who I am. So
Uh,
Yeah, that's awesome.
absolutely.
yeah.
I know my wife and I, when we look back, we will say we thought we had a good marriage because it was the only marriage we knew. And we thought, yeah, this is pretty good. And then I blew it up over and over. And we had to go through that whole process, similar to you guys. And we look back and go, wow, we were so not connecting. We weren't really like there were all these things. And it's really hard to think it had to be so much pain that got us there. But on the other side of it, what we're able to share is so much better. And I think that's the reason, honestly, that we do these testimony episodes, that we have couples tell their story, because when you're on the front end of recovery, you're like, is this worth it? Should we do this? Maybe I should just leave him, or maybe I should just give up. She's so mad. It's never going to change. And you need to
Mm,
hear couples who say, we would never go back. And what we have now is so much better than it was then. But the way we got there was through it. The way we got
yeah.
there was one step at a time,
Mm,
one group at a time, one phone call at a time, one hard, honest conversation at a time. And look where we are now. And so if you're listening and you're in some of those stages, as this episode comes out around Christmas and you're like, will we be here next Christmas? We don't know. And you're asking all those hard questions. Hear from a couple that is saying there is a beautiful gift of recovery here. Don't grow weary. Don't give up. Keep taking the right step. Trust the process. Listen to group members around it that say you're doing good. You're going to make it. And watch what God can do, because we get to see those stories over and over. And I know when it's just our story, when we're the only one and we're like, God, can you do it in us? Sometimes it's helpful to have people with a grander perspective say, oh, we've seen it over and over, and it can happen for you.